Another really gross day today. It rained all day yesterday. It rained the day before when I put my bike on the car and got it wet. But yeah, it's just supposed to be gross forever now, I guess. Delightfully overcast out here. I honestly kind of like it, only because it's different. Things have changed. Speaking of change, for anybody who's new to the channel, I'm in a band full time. That's how I make my living. During the summer, we were the busiest we ever been, and then November hit, and all of a sudden just boom, instant slowdown. Luckily, we had enough saved up to where we're gonna be fine, but the panic is slowly starting to set in to where we're just like, oh no, we need to book January or, basically the rest of next year. So that's what we're going to do today. We're headed to work right now to meet Ian and do some booking. Here's something completely unrelated. For anybody who has like a dream book, I want to know what this means. I had a dream last night that my dog had a really upset stomach, and then he just pooped like the most ridiculous amount of poop, but it was like a branch of a tree that came out covered in poop with a bunch of really spicy peppers, like whole, like it came off of a tree, but it was covered in poop. I don't know what that means, and I had to like clean them off and take all the peppers off. I don't know what to really say about that other than I just dreamed it. So if anybody has any ideas to what that actually means, let me know in the comments. And if that was too gross, just dislike this video right now. So another thing that I've noticed is a lot of YouTubers and a lot of just general YouTube videos will have just all these different shout outs. So I think I'm gonna try to shout out everything today. Hashtag shout out everything. Hey, shout out to hashtag shout out everything. Shout out to ladder trucks. Shout out to Freedom Middle School. Shout out to roads in general. Shout out to dashboards. Shout out to me. Shout out to speed. By shout out to speed, I mean the concept of like distance over time, not drugs. Don't do drugs. Shout out to not doing drugs. Shout out to people going super slow. Shout out to the Blue Cat Lodge, where they're shooting Ozark, Jason Bateman's new Netflix special, coming soon to Netflix. I should get some money for that. Shout out to endorsement deals. Shout out to Netflix. Shout out to being right on time for work. And Ian's already here, so the doors are going to be unlocked. Here's my pocket. You ever do that? You ever can't find your coat pocket and panic? I did it again. So like I was saying, today is going to be mainly booking, but I also have my keys in the ignition. Hold on. I also have some tax stuff I have to take care of, and I'll explain that in the basement. You guys, I think my life is in danger. Ah! Ah! Susan, it's so wet out here. How are you still enjoying your life? Shout out to locked doors. Shout out to not having a key. Shout out to Ian Penlington.
How's life?
Good, man. I'm doing shout out everything today.
Shout out Monday.
Shout out carpets, keeping the carpets clean. So like I was saying up there, I have some tax stuff that I need to take care of. Disclaimer, this is going to be boring business related things. So you can fast forward if you don't want to see this.
Bye.
Basically, if you're an LLC, you can't be an owner and pay yourself as an employee, because you can't be both, basically. And the government has like different ways of taxing employees and employers. That being said, we got terrible business advice from somebody at Wells Fargo. This video brought to you by Wells Fargo Bank. We hate you and your money, telling us that we needed to set up a payroll account and use their payroll services, which cost us like $100 or something a month. But they had us pay ourselves as employees rather than employers, which isn't allowed. When you get paid by a company, it shows up on your W-2 that you get taxes taken out of your paycheck. What you might not know is that your employer also gets taxed on whatever they pay you. When you're both the employer and the employee, you're getting taxed twice, which sucks. So, all that being said, we did that for the entire year of 2015 except for like the last 2 months. Before that though, we canceled our payroll service for the last quarter of the year. So we still have these taxes that weren't paid by Wells Fargo because they were taking care of all like the specific like the hard to understand tax stuff. So they were taking our money and paying our taxes and making it so we weren't in trouble with the government. When we canceled, we still had some taxes that were up in the air, so they didn't get paid, and the government's upset about it. So that's kind of one of the things I've been putting off, but I need to square away today. So back to your not entertaining. Back to the other stuff that I was talking about. Shut up, filing cabinets. Big plans happening here. Ian's cousin is getting married. She's getting married in Vancouver, British Columbia. And we can't afford plane tickets and to lose the money that would be lost in like the 3 or 5 days that they'd be gone. So we're going to tour there.
In theory.
In theory, we can drive 6.5 hours a day. See, the thing is the wedding is exactly 7 days away from a gig we already have that pays us really well. So we can't give that gig up either. So we have 7 days to get from here to British Columbia. Somehow. For those of you who don't know, that's California in Canada. From here to Memphis is 6 hours. Day 2.
Focus.
From Memphis to Tulsa is 5 hours and 45 minutes. Day 3. From Tulsa to Colby, Kansas is 6 hours and 30 minutes. Day 4 to Denver, Colorado is 3 hours and 30 minutes. We're thinking we're going to have to combine these 2 days. So day 4, again, or day 5, 7 hours and 30 minutes from Denver to Salt Lake City. Then from Salt Lake City to Portland. Then from Portland to the fucking wedding. I feel insane right now.
This is what a calendar is supposed to look like, but if Steven has a grand idea, it turns into
go over here.
Whatever that is.
That wedding is here. We leave this day, and that gives us 7 days to get here. But if we leave this day, it gives us only 6 days to get. Yeah, we can't just cross the border, roll into the wedding, and get out of the car. That's not gonna work. There's no way.
And also, it's probably not in Vancouver.
Right, exactly.
It's probably somewhere. I wish I.
So we need to be in Vancouver by the 12th.
This is Kelowna.
Oh, it is in Kelowna.
Kelowna is further.
Shit. Boise. So Salt Lake City to Portland. That's what we were gonna do. But if Kelowna's over here, we can go Salt Lake City to
Missoula.
This is what booking looks like, everybody.
This is the theorizing. You know, we've done a lot of things that I thought we couldn't do.
Yeah, same here.
New York, for example. Okay, so bring the camera around to where we can see the screen. It seems like a lot, but if we just put it right here, the final stretch is actually not too bad, except there's construction. No.
Literally the whole way.
As soon as you get to Canada, the crashing stops.
What do you know?
These are all incidents.
Canada is a post-racial paradise, just like Bill Burr said. It's just far.
Well, now we just have to look at the whole world. Like,
we're going just a tiny bit of the world. You're right.
Like the length of Brazil. Like, if you went on the coastline all around it.
If you traverse the entire border of Brazil.
To the bottom, to the top.
Now we're here. Alright, so here's the loose plan for my organization of booking a tour. This might work. Each piece of paper represents 1 day of the tour. So day 1 is from here to Memphis. It's going to take 6 hours, and it's on a Sunday. So what we're going to do is we're going to fill out this entire piece of paper with all the different venues in Memphis that have music. And then we're going to narrow it down to one that's going to give us a gig on that day. And that should work, right? It's very exciting getting specific about this tour or whatever this trip is going to be called. Because we got all these days to get out there, but the thing is we've got 2 whole weeks to where we don't have to be back. So we can spend 2 weeks going all around the country, getting back here to our obligations. Alright, I gotta get going here in a second. My computer's almost done copying. Okay, just finished actually. Just copying all the files. Okay, email. You guys gotta borrow the camera to take pictures of dogs or something for Christmas, so I'm just gonna leave it here. Peace.
See you, dude. This vlog just got hijacked by me. The real Stephen Quinn.
We're gonna have a good time today.
What are you doing? Nothing.